Hey, all my BWellers, it's Brisha here, and well, I've made it through another week of Core de Force, and it's just in time for me to sit down and shoot episode 2 and connect with all of you guys. And on top of that, it is my last week of the Beachbody Health Bet. So I'm for sure definitely excited to share with you what's been going on in my world, and I'm going to kick it over to Ashton so she can just catch you guys up on her end.
Hey everyone, it's Ashton from the Disney Mom site. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week so far. We've almost reached the weekend. Super, super excited. I'm not having a week like Brisha. She's having a good week, like a really good week.
Lots of fun.
But I do hope that everyone has positive vibes their way, and I'm sending them to you. But we have a really fun episode planned today. I'm so excited. So I'm going to hand it on over to Brisha so she can begin.
We do for sure. So our first segment up is going to be saying goodbye to the Friday trap. And what I mean by that is we all have gotten stuck in what we traditionally know as to be Friday, to be our payday, to be excited about it. And, it's totally awesome. If you love your 9 to 5, I'm not saying you need to ditch it. The entrepreneurial lifestyle is not for everyone. But I know for me, I do not want the traditional 9 to 5 anymore. I want a lifestyle by my own design, and I want to be able to control what's going to happen. So every Friday, we're going to give to you some advice on how to beat the Friday trap. And this Friday, what we're going to give to you is how to turn that hobby, that little passion that you have. Maybe you're a Disney junkie. Maybe you're a health and wellness junkie. How to turn it into a full-time income. So we're going to kick it off with some of the essential ways to start doing that. They're really quick, really simple, and all you got to do is spend a little time searching and discovering. So the first thing that you need to do is figure out what your reason why is. You need to figure out what success means to you and how you're going to measure it. Is success to you making an extra $500 a month, or is it helping 5 to 10 people? Whatever it is, you need to definitely figure it out. I know for me, my why for why I want to be an entrepreneur and why I want to be a health and wellness coach is to help people and connect with them. I know for Ashton, it's totally different, and she's going to explain a little bit more to you what her why is with the Disney Mom site.
For me, my why is, it's not about the money, it's more about the passion behind it. I love Disney, I love my family, and there are so many moms out there who, they're the same. And so I want to share that passion with the world. It's a place where people can unite, become one, share their I was about to say DUIs.
No DUIs in ministry. Not at that. Do it yourself.
DIYs. And it's just a fun place where you can gather and just have a good time.
For sure. So once you've figured out what your why is and how you're going to measure success, the first thing you really want to do is get a concept on planning out how you're going to turn that hobby into an income. And what I mean by planning it out is you need to first research your market. Research, is there something already what you're offering out there? Are there already people doing it? And learn about it more. Learn more about how you're going to turn that hobby into a passion. Then from there, from your research and learning, evaluate. Sit down, write out a game plan or a business plan, whatever you want to view it with. And with that, write down goals. Give yourself goals, daily goals, weekly goals, monthly, quarterly, yearly, whatever you have to do to really get that plan in place. I know for me, I have goals in my business that I want to achieve by quarter 1 or by the end of the year. Overall, you need to have that plan to get it into place and get you started.
Definitely agree with that. I personally have to keep it weekly, or I won't make it to the end of the week. But everybody's different, and that's okay.
Exactly.
It's okay. And go on.
And I think I bring up a good point that everybody's different in how they're going to plan it out and execute it, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely fine to do things your own way, which gets me into one of the biggest things when starting out is being able to know marketing yourself and marketing your brand. I for sure think that it's so important in being yourself and being authentic. Nobody wants someone that's fake. I want to see you for who you really are and what you really have to offer me. And by doing so, I want to know what you're doing. Share it with me. I want to see it on social media. Social media is such a big way to take that little hobby of maybe making, Mickey Mouse ears, or making pins, or making, being a personal trainer and doing a workout. Share it on social media. Build that platform and build that connection. I do a podcast like we do. We have a podcast to connect with more people and to really create that niche. Wear your brand. Show it off. Be customizable. Be creative with how you can get it out there. Be active on your social media. Don't just expect posting once every month if it's going to build that following. It's not. So really put time and effort into building up your brand and connecting with people.
Completely agree. I mean, I have no shame walking around in a t-shirt that says the Disney Mom site with a picture of Castle. I have no shame in it because nobody is going to sell you like you're going to sell yourself. You are the best representative for what you have created, and I cannot express that enough. You got to go for it. You can't wait, push things aside. You just got to go.
Totally. Like for me, a key thing, whenever I'm in my videos, whenever I'm out at the parks, I always have my Shakeology shaker with me. It's time for a new one for sure. But I have it with me. So people can be like, hey, what is that? Or I, wear my Beachbody Coach shirt. It's all about wearing your brand and sharing it with people so they ask questions, which gets me into my next thing. Product basis. If you're selling a product, you need to know what your product is. You need to essentially be a product of your product. How would it look if I, being an independent Beachbody coach, that I never, ever, ever used a workout program? What sense does that make? I have over 4,000 workouts available to me that I can click up on my phone anywhere and use. Great, by the way, Beachbody On Demand. If you don't have it, make sure you get the All Access Pass, and the link will be below.
See what you just did there?
How would it be if I didn't drink my Shakeology the other day? I wouldn't be a product of the product. So what I'm saying, guys, is if you invent some cool soundproofing thing, or if you design t-shirts, wear them, get them out there. It's so important for sure.
Definitely is. And see, what I pointed out before was she just advertised herself. No shame in the game. That's how you got to do it. You have to advertise yourself. I mean, I don't work in an industry like Risha does, but I will not be caught dead walking out of my house with at least a Disney hat on.
Exactly.
That's my brand. Disney is the brand that I work with.
My next big thing, which so many people get afraid of, depending on what you do and what your plan is, you need to be able to teach it. Because essentially, no business is a one-man or one-woman show. It just doesn't work like that, unless you're a robot and you just keep going and going. So you need to be able to teach it to people. You need to be able to build your own tribe, essentially. And from that, you need to be able to show them how to do it, whether it be through speaking it, like we do. We're on a podcast, so we're speaking to you about what we do, what works, what doesn't work, whether it be writing. We will eventually in the future have ebooks coming out, and how-to guides and meditation guides and stuff like that to really show you. And lastly, the last key thing that you need to be able to do with it is sell it. Because sometimes you won't even have to sell it if you just show that it works. It's all about showing that it works, for sure. I think what this brings up the next great point of the kind of key essential ways is staying on track and staying motivated. You have to keep yourself motivated enough. It's not just going to happen overnight. You're not going to, write a book and be able to sell it to millions of people if that's what your hobby is writing. You have to stay track and keep motivated. Keep yourself motivated. There are really key ways in turning your hobby into a business and being successful, but you have to follow a certain mindset. So I think, like I said, there are key things. Before you start anything, figure out what your why is. Then plan it out, stay on track and keep motivated, know your product, market your brand. And those are just really some simple key ways to beat the Friday trap. That's what's going to give you a way to get out of that paycheck to paycheck mindset. And let me tell you something. It doesn't come for free. If you think being an entrepreneur is cheap and it's free, it's not. If you expect that you're going to get rich overnight, you're not. It's not a get rich quick. It's days like this where, I'm up in the morning, I go to my normal job, then I come home, I do my workout, I share, I invite. And then I get on recording with Ashton. Sometimes it takes us, one day to get a podcast in and whatever. It might take us 3 days to edit. Sometimes we have to reshoot. These are things that are going to happen. So I don't want you guys, when you begin to get on that how to beat your Friday trap, don't get discouraged. Don't feel like, oh, it's going to happen in 2 Fridays.
And don't give up.
2 Mondays. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Whatever you do, whatever your goal is, definitely stick with it and stay on track. So that wraps up our how to get out of the Friday trap segment. And we're moving on to the Disney Roundup. So first of all, I just want to talk about quickly, my family is in town from up north. For those of you who didn't catch our first episode, I've only lived in Orlando for about 2 years now. I'm originally from the smallest state in the U.S., Rhode Island, but it's lovely. And my family, I haven't seen them in God knows for how long. So we're doing Christmas in January, and we did the whole Disney Springs, and we went to Blaze Pizza. I'm definitely going to co-sign the fact that Blaze Pizza does have really good healthy options. There is a gluten-free option. There's tons of veggies, tons of really good. It's really good pricing. For $9.65, you can get a build-your-own pizza. It has about 8 to 10 slices in it. It's definitely by far one of the best quick-serve restaurants I've been to in Disney Springs. Definitely beats my experience at Wolfgang Puck, which was horrible. Would never go there again. So I definitely want to encourage all of you, if you're coming down to Florida, definitely stop by Disney Springs. There's a lot of cool things to do. They have free things every now and then. It's just one of those things I'm going to start to be highlighting because I get to go. I can actually stop in and go while I'm down here. And so I really think, like I said, Blaze, it's a new restaurant. It's definitely good. Go ahead and try it. I'd say by far probably one of the best quick serve I've ever had. So Ashton has some news on her end, so I can rest for a minute. I have the gift of gab, and she's going to tell you about what's going on in her Disney Roundup.
So I have some news for everybody, some exciting news for Avatar fans. As we know, Animal Kingdom has been under a lot of construction over the last few years, and Avatar World or Land, whatever it is, has been rumored to be coming. Well, a source of mine who works at Animal Kingdom informed me that Avatar World will be opening Memorial Day weekend. And I am super excited about that because I will be there Memorial Day weekend. As most of you know, I do not live in Florida like Risha. I live in cold Colorado, but I will be there. Hopefully, Bree and I can get in a day or two at a park. So if you see us, make sure you say hi. And even more exciting, Beauty and the Beast will be out March 17th. Are you not excited?
I am super excited. Separately, what we're going to do is we're going to post our reaction of the trailer thus far and catch you up on our thoughts. That will be up on our YouTube channel. It won't be up on our podcast channel, but it will be up on our YouTube channel. Within the next few weeks, we'll be doing more content that's just YouTube video-based for you guys to see our reactions to different things and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that. So I just want to check in with you guys on my health and fitness journey. As you guys know, if you haven't figured it out already, I am a health and wellness coach. And I am serious about it. I post a lot about it on my social media. I talk about it on here. I kind of make it my segue into the whole kind of making this a lifestyle podcast. So I had a breakthrough. I had an aha moment this week, which I'm sure a lot of you, especially moms, can connect with it too. Young girls can connect with this. Everyone can connect with this. Like I told you, my family's here. They're on vacation. We're having a lot of fun. And we decided to go to SeaWorld Water Park, which is Aquatica. And I don't know about you, Ashton, but I'm not terrified of bathing suit shopping, but I'm kind of like...
I'm terrified.
I'm not so sure about it. So I went to one store down here called Ross. I'm not sure if they have it everywhere, but it's kind of like TJ
they have it here.
Marshalls. And they had absolutely nothing. I felt super shoved into the rack, self-conscious. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to buy anything. So we skipped over to everyone's favorite, corner store, Walmart. And I found something and I really wasn't happy with it. I was like, I'm going to end up with a sports bra basically. And it's really not fair. It's because I'm curvy, but I'm going to end up with this. I'm like, it's so annoying, and I kind of got upset too because my little brother was like, but it works. You'll be comfy, you'll be able to have fun and go on the water rides. And I was like, oh, it's sweet. But it made me a little bit mad. It made me a little bit frustrated at myself.
Understandable.
I've lost weight. why is this still on the shoe? And I guess you just, certain things of your body you can't change. So, I went ahead and I put it on. I went to the water park. I was like, I gotta live in the moment and I gotta be adventurous and go on these 200-foot water slides and tazzy twisters and have fun. And I took a picture because I love taking progress photos. As you guys know, one of my favorite places to take progress photos is in Disney mirrors, especially at Disney Springs. I don't know, it's like a thing I do. But anyways, I took a picture of myself in this swimsuit, and I got tons of love from it. Tons of love about me just saying, love yourself and have self-love. And I think what's really important for everyone out there is to love your body, love the skin you're in, love yourself. Nobody is, like Ashley was telling me before, nobody is going to love you like you love yourself. And I think it's so key to know that if you're on that journey of health and fitness and you're looking for that extra support, that's what I do. Talk to me about it. You don't have to be a paying client. I have clients that aren't paying clients that I just talk to that are my free groups. Exactly. And my thing about it is that it's just that connecting with people. And I never thought I was going to get over 20 likes on a picture of little old me in my bathing suit. Like me. You don't realize how other people see you and see your progress. So I guess my kind of thing for like the health and fitness aspect of it is because, take those pictures of your progress, see where you are, but don't beat yourself up. Love yourself. Take care of yourself because that's half the battle. Taking care of you is half the battle right there for sure.
Exactly.
So I kind of had that aha moment, and I just wanted to share it with you guys on this podcast because I'm sure you guys have aha moments too, and we want to hear about them. We want you to connect with us. We want to know what's going on with you. We want to know if something we said maybe helped you or sparked something in you. So don't, be afraid to go ahead and share it with us because we want to know. So that's kind of with my health and fitness stuff. I'll be checking in with you guys next week because this week is the last week of the health bet, which was super easy for me to track, by the way. I will show you guys. Don't judge me. I haven't logged everything for this week, but literally it shows you your progress on your phone like this, and you get to see where you're going. So I'll let you know how much money I won when I win it.
And just a quick side note, Bree. When taking progress pictures, you don't have to share them with the world. They could just be for you. There's no need to feel pressured into doing something as long as you can see your progress, because it is harder for a person to see the progress that they've made. And when taking pictures, it is easier to see because it's right there in front of you.
I think the reason why I share my progress photos is for accountability. It's not so much that I want to share them with the world and be like, hey, look at me, like I'm buff now.
Definitely, totally understand.
I do it for two main reasons. To be accountable to myself, to be like, hey, I noticed in this picture this and this and that. And secondly, to show other people like, hey, don't be afraid. Don't live in fear. Don't let the struggle beat you. That's like a big thing. So, and I agree too. I take personal progress photos that I probably will never share. It doesn't matter how successful I become in the business. I won't share them because they're just mine. They're for me. Those areas that I have that I'm like, oh, I can't stand this. It's even crazy. As I was recording our last podcast, I was like, oh, I have to find a new way to sit because I don't like the way my face shows up. So we notice these things about us in our clothes that some people are just like, what are you talking about? So like I said, it's really important, guys. Have that self-love. Learn it. And if you don't have it, there are so many meditation books, mantras out there, ways that you can learn. It's not unlearned thing.
It's not impossible.
So that's kind of my soapbox for the health and fitness thing. And be prepared too that I will have a new fitness challenge group starting very soon. I'm so excited about that.
Me too.
You guys will see what I'm doing next. I think I'm gonna try some weightlifting next. I think that's gonna be my next thing. So you guys will hear all about it. So I think kind of our talking piece that I think we're going to talk about today is talk about more because this is a lifestyle podcast. It's very fitting how to deal with family without letting it bother you so much. It's going to be our topic, our little family section because we have families and ways to kind of just how do you not let family affect you? Like, what do you do? I think it's kind of going to be our thing. So I know for me, some things that I learned is kind of just count to 7 and breathe. Families can be tough. Kids can be tough. Brothers and sisters can be tough. It can be tough to get along with them. But you need to find ways to not let them bother you. One of the biggest things I've learned is count to 7 and breathe. Just breathe.
Definitely.
And no matter what, love them. Unfortunately, you're stuck with them.
Exactly.
Most of the time, so just learn to love them. So that's kind of my family angle for the week with that. What can we expect from the Disney Mom site in the upcoming weeks? I'm curious.
Well, I've been working on some things on the side. I don't want to say anything because I do have drafted posts going up that I am super excited about. But I am working on getting more information about upcoming ride openings, closings. I do have sources that work in the parks, so I'm working on that. And I'm also going to be working on a segment about affordable vacations to Disney. The best resorts you can choose from on and off Disney property that are affordable for anybody's budget.
Key thing that you brought up there. So coming soon, in the near future, a part of our little podcast endeavor, what we will be able to do in the future is we will actually be able to help you plan your vacation. Our collaboration has decided to take it a bit further and become the pseudo travel agent that you need. So looking forward to that as well. That's another announcement we have, that we will be having that travel agent aspect added to us. That way you guys are learning about the park service. You're learning about different things that are going on. And we just figure that it's going to be way more beneficial if you're hearing all this content from us and you're doing all this. Why not let us help you plan your vacation? That would be pretty awesome. We know a lot of the hacks. We know a lot of the little small things that people don't notice. Pretty much, yeah. We know a lot of different things that can help you, like Ashton said, for it to be more affordable, for it to be more fun. So that aspect is coming very soon. Probably during the springtime, that will all be set up. We have a lot of busy things going on in our lives, so I don't want to give that a deadline of now, probably more towards the spring, just so we can get through kind of the next few months and stuff like that. But that is something that we are adding as a component. So, exciting stuff.
Yes, it is. It's a lot, but it's exciting. Exactly. And to just think that, a year, 2, 3 ago, we were these people who were trying to start up their own business.
Pretty much.
And now here we are.
I think it's important to learn, like I said, how we highlight how to beat the Friday trap. It doesn't mean in your first year of doing something that you're going to right away fly off the bat and make thousands or millions of dollars. I know I didn't. My first year was more about learning about myself, learning about my journey. Yeah. Year 2 now, with the podcast, with making more collaborations and connections, is about how can I take that one small little thing I do. So how do I take, and not that my Beachbody coaching is small, but how can I take that and how can I build it and build it into a podcast and build it into an app or build it into an overall lifestyle thing. Exactly. And that's what I think a lot of you guys really just have to learn, is that it's all about building. And it's all about just making whatever you want, make it happen. Exactly. So I think, do you have anything else for today's episode?
I don't. I just want everyone to remember that you can't run before you learn how to walk.
Exactly. So that is all that Ashton has for this week, and that is all I have, my Be-Wellers. So I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with, guys. Be well and be free as always, and make sure that you tune in next week on next Friday. Thanks, guys.
Bye.